Good morning guys and welcome back to my channel. It's me, Andy, and today's video is going to be a little different. It's going to be a little personal. It is essentially a get ready with me video. I will not be telling you what makeup I'm using and stuff like that, because I'm sure you have seen a ton of get ready with me videos and seen all the products, and at this point you know how to put like foundation on and stuff. I braided my hair a couple of days ago and now my head hurts because it's so heavy, because I did it myself, and because I don't like it when there's too much going on, but they're still pretty long braids and it's still heavy. I think I just have like a really big head, and then when I add anything to it, it just hurts and it just feels so heavy. So this week I basically said I'm not going to film anything. I am not going to post anything. Today is the 7th. Yeah, it's the 7th of March, by the way, in case you're wondering. I put it on my Instagram saying that this is my week of no content and being content. So yeah, this is very unplanned. I decided to film this just because I'm getting ready to go to a YouTube one-on-one workshop. I saw this on yours channel's Instagram page. She posted something about this, so I thought I'd go, and I thought I would just talk to you guys while I get ready as well. So I usually don't pay much attention to this like YouTube strategy growth type of stuff, but I have been trying to pay more attention, especially with my local fellow creators, because I did say I want to grow to 1,000 subscribers this year, and obviously I have to be a part of the conversation in order to do that, I think. And I also think I can't ask people to support me if I'm not supporting them. So I have been paying more attention to local creators. I've been watching other people's videos. I've been subscribing to other people's channels, the people whose channels I really enjoy. So it's going well, and yours is one of my favorites because out of everyone I'm subscribed to, I think 90% are flight attendants who are not South African based. They're probably flight attendants in America or flight attendants in Europe somewhere, or Australia. The only other South African flight attendant that I follow is Traveling Black Marie. I've mentioned her before. She works for Emirates. She's originally from South Africa, but she works for Emirates and she lives in Dubai. So I don't think it's quite the same. So sometimes it's a little bit difficult kind of for me, I think, with YouTube, and especially with growing and building my community and stuff. There aren't other people doing what I'm doing in my space, if you know what I mean. Like in America there's a ton of them, but in South Africa there's no other local flight attendants who live in South Africa who are vlogging their daily lives or giving tips and tricks or whatever about being a flight attendant in South Africa. Does that make sense? So yeah, for me it's a little bit difficult to grow, I think, in that aspect, and some days it's a bit of a bummer. To be honest, it is a bit of a bummer. The slow growth does kind of affect your confidence sometimes, and I feel like majority of the other South African YouTubers, majority, not all of them, but majority are more beauty related and like lifestyle beauty type of things. And I've joined some like South African YouTuber groups and stuff, and I follow them on Instagram and all that stuff, and I noticed that majority are beauty related, and that's not really my thing. But some of them have that like extra little bit of content that makes me want to actually watch their channel and want to actually subscribe and enjoy their content and stuff. And I'd say someone like yours channel is one of those people who just piqued my interest. In my case, I think some days it's really easy to just be a little insecure about like the slow growth of my channel and stuff, because nobody joins YouTube to be invisible. You know, you don't join YouTube so that no one knows your name and that no one recognizes your channel. That's not the point of being on YouTube. And we join YouTube to teach people something, or to spread some type of good message to people, or I don't know, whatever it is. It's usually with good intentions. Yeah, because I mean, I think we all want our channels to grow. We want people to like us. We want people to enjoy our content. We want people to be influenced by us, shall I say, because we are extraordinary, or there is something about our lives that is out of the ordinary, and we just want a little bit of recognition and love for that. And I don't think it's a bad thing, honestly. I think that we all deserve whatever it is that we work for, and we deserve what it is that we've earned. So I'll never hate on anyone whose channel grows faster than mine, because I know that they're doing the work. This is not easy at all, because some days it does get you down, you know. Like, once you start comparing channels and comparing yourself to what other people are doing or whatever, and I know that that's a huge no-no just in life. Like, don't compare yourself to others, don't compare your story to someone else's story. My chapter 1 could be someone else's chapter 12, that whole thing. I get it, but I am human at the end of the day, and it is just so easy to compare. I'm getting a pimple here as well. Oh, goodness. But I'm actually very excited to go to the workshop tonight, because as far as I'm aware, I'm not too sure, but I think that yours is actually gonna be talking at the workshop. So that's pretty much the main reason I want to go. I would just love to meet her because she's got such a nice energy. So I wanted to film today so you guys know what's going on, and so that if I do end up vlogging tonight, you kind of have the preface as to why I'm even at this YouTube event that you would not normally ever see me at. And my schedule this month is really nice and chilled. I'm on reserve for pretty much the whole month, so I've got some free time. And I'm keen to go and meet some other extraordinary content creators. So another thing I have been thinking about, like, not only have I been thinking about fitting in on South African YouTube, but also just in general fitting in, just like Johannesburg, I guess, in a way, because sometimes you feel like you're maybe not black enough to appeal to the audience you want to appeal to, you know. And I know that that sounds a little deep and heavy and whatnot, but it is the sad truth of a lot of us modern black young women nowadays. I feel like growing up, and even now actually, a lot of people, I'll walk into a room, they meet me for 5 minutes, and then I get called a coconut, just nice and quickly. Oh, but Andy's a coconut, so don't worry about her, she probably doesn't know who Mlindo the vocalist is, or something like that. Which I think is a little unfair, to be honest, to say stuff like that to me or to anyone. Nowadays I feel like there is no black woman out there who is just one thing, and I don't think it's fair that so much of our identity has to depend on not only the color of our skin, but the mannerisms of the general public who share the same skin. So I don't think that that's fair at all. I might have a different way of thinking to a few other black women, of course, but in this day and age, especially nowadays, I feel like there is no two black women who are the same, but we are still very strong black women at the end of the day. So being called a coconut or saying that I'm not black enough or something like that, really, it could be seen as offensive as well, but it's just more like, just don't put me in such a box, you know. I am not one thing. Of course there's like a generalization in South Africa of what a typical black woman might act like or be like or sound like, but I don't think that that should be the general opinion anymore, because we're so different. We are smart, and we are beautiful, and we are amazing, and we are just powerful and motivated and inspiring, and I feel like that should be celebrated. Like, don't meet someone and instantly put them in a box. That's just not fair. But one thing that I feel like I've been in the wrong about is not learning another African language. I grew up in KZN in Underberg, as you guys know. If you're new here, welcome. And I grew up in KZN in Underberg. My family is fully Zulu, so both parents are Zulu. They only speak Zulu because they grew up like very, very poor in a poor Zulu farming area. My siblings are all Zulu. I went from going to a predominantly white primary school speaking Zulu and English, and then in high school I went to a Xhosa and Afrikaans speaking school in the Eastern Cape. So my Afrikaans is pretty good. I don't really speak it very much, but I am comfortable. If people speak Afrikaans to me, I'll respond to them in English, you know, but I pretty much understand whatever is being said in Afrikaans. And in the company I work for now, pretty much all the pilots are Afrikaans, so I'm surrounded by Afrikaans all day at work. Obviously once we're on the plane and stuff, we speak in English because that is legally the language we have to speak once we're on a South African aircraft. After high school I went to a varsity in Durban, and again I was surrounded by Zulu and English, and then I went to America, so more English, and then I went to the Netherlands where I had to speak English and I had to speak Dutch because my host kids didn't speak very good English, so I had to adapt a little bit more and learn more Dutch and then slowly start to teach them English. So yeah, in terms of like useful languages that I know, it's not that many. I pretty much am fluent in Zulu and in English, and then I'm comfortable with Afrikaans and a little bit of like child level Dutch. But I feel like it is my fault and that I have made too many excuses for myself to not learn another African language, especially in Joburg, like Sotho or Iswati or something like that. I feel like I should actually be putting in that effort to learn one of the other African languages, because at the end of the day I don't think it's fair. Like if I'm out in public and someone walks up to me and starts speaking to me in Iswati or something like that, then I turn around and I go, oh, I'm sorry, I don't understand you, I'm Zulu. Like I'll say it in Zulu. But then it's funny how easily they can just switch straight to either Zulu or English to make me comfortable. They can adapt and make me comfortable. So what's stopping me from coming out of my comfort zone a little bit and learning another African language? But I feel like I should be putting in a little bit more effort to learn to speak and conversate in either isiSotho or isiSwati. I don't know. I don't know. You guys tell me which is the more popular one in Johannesburg, and I'll look into it and then I'll try to learn that specific language, because yeah, I feel like I'm 26 now. It's no longer my parents' fault I can't speak another language. It's no longer anyone else's fault but mine. And yeah, I feel like that'll also just help me just in general. As a human being, I feel like we should always try to learn more than one thing. Once you start getting too comfortable, then I think that's time for you to get uncomfortable again. So yeah guys, those are the things that have been on my mind as of late, and I've just decided that I will not let any of them keep me down. No, not to me. So yeah, today we're going to the workshop, and after that hopefully I get to make some friends, meet some cool people, and just get to know other people in the area. It'll be cool. I think having time off from something like this is really good, like where you just don't put any expectations on yourself. That's when you get so inspired. I added like 10 extra video ideas to my existing list of YouTube ideas. So it's actually been a pretty productive week, if you think about it that way. Oh, somebody asked me what lipstick I was wearing, I think like 3 minutes into my previous video. the one where I was in Zimbabwe, and it was this one. It's the Avon Mark Liquid Lacquer Shine, and it's the one that's in the color Party. So yeah, thank you girl. This is it. I cannot remember for the life of me how much it was, but it was definitely less than 150 rand. I can promise you that much. So, because I would never spend more than 150 rand on lipstick. I'm a cheapskate. So yeah, I guess this is gonna be my look for tonight. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching my video. I know I rambled on and I was venting a little bit, and there was nothing that I said in bad spirits. All that I said was with good intentions, so I hope you guys, you know, feel that. I'm not trying to hate on anyone or anything like that. I was just talking about my personal experience and the things that I've personally been struggling with. So yeah, I'm just gonna sign off now and say I hope you guys enjoy your day. I hope you have an amazing weekend. Don't forget to spread good vibes and be kind, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.